Hi my people, welcome to the very first episode of Flewnt's Breaking Down the Bars. Today, on our first episode, we have none other than Noongar hip hop artist, videographer, and all-around G that supports this scene so much, big brother boy Yazza.
What's my brother?
Hey, good my brother, good. Man, I'm so glad that we got you out here, cuz, you know, a lot of these people want to know about Yazza. A lot of people are going to be coming to the show, want to know about you and know about how you make your art and your artistry and what's really behind the lyrics, you know what I mean? So I guess that's pretty much what we're going to be doing today, is breaking down these bars and just figuring out what gets Yazza inspired and why he writes this sort of music that so many people want to listen to.
Too lovely, let's get into it.
So I think an important part, cuz, of getting to know you as an artist is just tell us a bit about yourself, your background, who you are, but also what are some of the things that have influenced you and why you do music?
Yeah, so, I mean, for the people that don't know, my name's Yazza, hip hop artist from Perth. I've been making music for about, a good 8-9 years coming up now, 2022. I think I started 2013. Me, Flewnt, quite a few of the local boys were starting around then as well. So to see us all still here is pretty killer. And I've just been making music and trying to switch up some styles, making all different types of music. I think the last probably couple of years I've really been trying to do some motivating type music, just to try and show young fellas in general, not just Noongars, but that, you know, there's more to life than just to chase your dreams, you know what I mean? I'm not the biggest artist ever, but I feel like I'm making a little impact in the city and the country. So if I can do it, anyone can do it, you know, as long as you're confident and you can put your mind to it. Just strive for the best, you know.
I think that's really important too, because what that does is it shows a different face of hip hop. People think that hip hop so often is about, you know, flashy things or violence or whatever they have their conceptions of whatever hip hop might be for them. It's not necessarily like that for us, you know. And I think it's important that we as artists show that there's more to this music art form that we've chosen. And that kind of gives longevity to what we do, because people hold on to these things.
Yeah, well that's right, you know, all the materialistic things, and you know, people in hip hop in general can rap about these things, but you know, at the end of the day, people want to listen and they want to be able to, you know, convey what you're saying and take it in and actually really mean something to someone. Like, music can change people's lives. So, I mean, I get messages a lot, I'm sure you do as well with your music, so you don't necessarily get, you know, these people messaging you when it comes to materialistic songs. It's more the songs that really touch their heart, you know, so yeah,
definitely. I guess a big part of understanding who you are is understanding your influences. The people that sort of shaped your sound and who you listened to growing up, and I guess sort of created the artist that you are now. You know, we always take parts of the world that we see and invest them in ourselves. I feel. Could you tell us a little bit about that? Who were you listening to growing up? What were the influences?
I think growing up in the early 90s, you know, the 90s hip hop era is what they say the golden era, you know what I mean? Late 90s and early 2000s, which, you know, I was privileged enough to sort of be around and know the music, you know, around that time. So, you know, you've got the Notorious B.I.Gs and the Tupacs, which is pretty much what everyone sort of goes to when it comes to inspirations. But I think early 2000s, you know, 2000 was where I really started to fall in love with hip hop at around 10 years of age. And you know, artists like The Game, 50 Cent, when they first came on the scene, big artists, you know what I mean? Also DMX, rest in peace, and that was sort of like my main inspirations. You know, going back, you know, if we look back at those sort of times. But also as of late, you know, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. He's probably my ultimate motivator as far as music and business. Nipsey was, he's probably my biggest influential artist as far as breaking out, not just in music, but following your dreams elsewhere. Whether it's, you know, me starting my clothing line and getting into filming now, so I'm sort of trying to branch out and be a bit of a force in all different areas though. So
I think that's an important part of being an artist, is like not being so one-dimensional, you know what I mean? Like having these different avenues that you can pursue while still kind of using your main art form as a way to give that more energy, you know what I mean? To fuel whatever other passions that you might have.
Because I mean everyone's, you know, passion you can have 10 passions, man. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't just necessarily involve around hip hop, you know?
Yeah.
Even though I love hip hop to death, there's other things I love to do as well.
Of course.
So, just trying to, branch out and be someone different, I guess,
Most definitely, right?
Yeah.
So, other than actual artist cars and like music itself, what things have you experienced just as a normal human being observing the world? What has shaped your lyrics? What are these things that have sort of made your art what it is?
I think just growing up and being Aboriginal, man, like the struggles that we go through, just with our people alone has made me think about my lyrics. A lot of the songs, especially over the last few years, and even one of my songs, How I Feel, was about oppression and was about, the way of us and our struggles. So I think that would be one of the things that have helped mold me as an artist, and just shaping sort of what I've made over the last few years as far as music. So that would definitely be something.
Definitely. So here we get to the juicy part, the part that everyone wants to hear and know about. Cuz, we want you to break down one of your bars. Well, break down the bars of one of your verses particularly.
Yeah.
What song have you chosen? And maybe just give us a little, give us the title and let us know a bit about the track. Yeah,
so I guess last year I released a few songs there, so I might break down a verse off All By Myself, so one of my solo songs.
Deadly.
I've been all by myself, daddy, since day one. 10 toes down in these streets, I've been A1. A household name, I dreamed it and became one. Ain't another Noongar do it like me, if so then say one. And I barely reached my pinnacle, I'm just getting started. I've been unmotivated and I have no drive, but I'm back in the seat, pedal to the metal. If this is the Olympics, dad, then I'm a gold medal. And when the smoke settle, I'm optimistic that I'm gonna raise the bar and set it at an unreachable level. You're either with me or against me, give a fuck about failure. Get knocked down, get back up is what I'm telling you. Why you Noongars joining gangs for? What the fuck you want a patch for? Tell me what the attraction is, because I don't understand it. So please make it clear. All I see is prison or a casket. So you want to be a gangster? Well, to me, being gangster, staying out of prison, providing for your family, making sure that they straight, they got food on their plate, and all your mob gets to see you every single day. Yeah.
Damn,
that's
a naughty verse. That's a tiny verse, my mother. Totally like you say. Yeah, well, I felt that. Yeah. Alright, cool, man. Let's have a yarn about that, cause there's some really powerful stuff you're saying in that verse. I feel it. Can you just kind of give us a little overview, and then there's a couple of little things I want to yarn about it. But,
no worries.
So what were you saying in that verse essentially?
So pretty much like, I feel like just in general in my life, I've sort of always been a solo type person. Like I've always been someone that's independent and don't really rely on anyone for anything pretty much. So that's sort of where I was going with the track when I came up with it in the studio. And then I just thought of, just some other things and lyrics, what can I really like hit people with that can, really have them thinking, like especially with the gang stuff, like what can I do or what can I say here to try and change the perspectives of some of these young fellas' minds, because I feel like a lot of them are brainwashed, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
They're looking up to the wrong people. So that's where I was going with that.
I feel like that's what I wanted to touch on particularly, is that I feel for us as young guys, sometimes the wrong influences come into our lives and we look up to the wrong people, or to the wrong things. We look for guidance or anything or camaraderie in the wrong places, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And I think what you said after that, you followed that part that you talked about, joining gangs or whatever. You said what I think is gangster is like, providing for your family. What I see as a G move, doing something really special and strong, is like looking after your mob, because isn't it really for us as black fellas, is our family are the ones that have always kept us connected to something.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel the same way. You know what I mean? We've never really had to rely on these other people or, gangs, I guess, we're Aboriginals, I feel like we're our own gang, you know what I mean? Our families are very connected and we're very strong, and we have a big family, so I guess it was just me trying to, I've seen a lot of young fellas, even some of my family, trying to motivate them to stay away from that sort of life. because I feel like it's only going to lead you a couple of places, you know. And I do have family that are in prison because of it. So if I can change someone's mind to not joining and maybe trying to look for employment or a career, then I feel like I've done my job, you know.
Shout out to you for that, brother.
Yeah.
That's such an important thing, and I think that's why it's so important that we have you here today to talk about this. That's a massive achievement that you've been able to put those messages into a song. So you know, a lot of respect to you for that, my brother.
Cheers, Dan.
Cuz, on a lighter note, what can we expect from you at Flewnt's Boorloo Block Party, bruh?
Boorloo Block Party, man. This is like
it's
like a special event, you know, because no one's really done something like this. As far as like a big,
shout out to the team.
As far as a big event for us, you know, Noongar artists and all artists really, nothing's really happened like this. So it's going to be a dope time, and everyone should definitely come down if you're listening. It's going to be a huge event, and I'm going to bring some dope songs, some good live performances, and it's going to be a good time.
Definitely. Awesome, my brother. Thank you for catching up with me, cuz.
No worries,
nothing but love and respect for you.
Yeah.
Make sure you catch Yazza down at Flewnt's Boorloo Block Party. Let's go.
Let's go.